Hello and welcome to Stay Paid. My name is Sefton Eisenhart, and with me today is our company president, Luke Acree, and the VP of Marketing here at ReminderMedia, Joshua Stike. Now today we're going to be talking about the darling form of content among marketers, and that is video. Now there have been plenty of stats that say X amount of internet traffic is going to be video by this date. But one stat that I thought was very, very telling was that globally, IP video traffic will be 82% of all consumer internet traffic by 2021, and that comes at us from Cisco. So that's not any kind of vague stat from a vague company. They're pretty significant. And anyone who markets knows that video is the way to make great content, and you can do it quickly. Our phones, our cameras, basic editing is relatively simple, and posting is now a breeze. So let's get into some of the ways realtors and other service-based sales professionals can leverage video and leverage the medium.
Yeah, so it's no joke. Obviously, every time you turn on the TV or turn on YouTube or turn on, or pull up an article, I feel like I'm reading about how I should be doing more videos and how I should be leveraging that in my marketing. And so today I think it'd be cool if maybe we just talk about, our journey into video. We've been doing video now for about a year and a half, it looks like. And I think we're even filming this on video, this podcast. So check it out at staypaidpodcast.com. But kind of share with you guys what we've learned so far. We're by no means experts in video, but we can share with you kind of how we got started in it, what we've learned over this past year and a half, and how you can apply that to your business. Video marketing is really just simply using video to promote your brand, using video to promote your service, using video to promote your products. And I think the hardest part of video, or at least it was for me, is that just getting started in video, because video seems to be one of those things that's super overwhelming, because a lot of times it's a lot like public speaking where you get nervous before you jump on stage. And with video, you get nervous, so it tends to hold you back from doing it. And so my tip that I would give to you guys right away is that just bite the bullet and get in. I watched some of the first videos that I did, and you guys can see them on YouTube.
If you look a lot younger.
Yeah, I look a lot younger. And then also, it's just how terrible it was. It's like looking at yourself and going, man, how was I that just stiff?
It's like looking at your school picture from middle school.
I didn't have inflection. I didn't have, energy. And that's a great point that we should make throughout this, is that video, like public speaking or like performing on stage, you almost, if you've ever been in acting or you've ever performed, they teach you that you need to do 2 times, 3 times the effort when you're speaking or when you're performing, because it will come across to the audience as like normal. And that's the same with video that I've found. It's like you almost have to be over the top, even extra when you're getting on video, because when it comes across on the video, for some reason, it comes across as normal, and it comes across, and you keep people excited. But let's talk about kind of our journey into video. So we're a sales and marketing company, and so you guys know, obviously, we're trying to get and help realtors, insurance professionals, financial advisors with their marketing. Our dive and how we got into video was we actually got into video by creating a product. So that was our first phase into video. We actually didn't get in by selling our products and services. We actually created a brand new product, because you guys know our flagship product's American Lifestyle Magazine. We actually then decided to take our product and make that come to life by creating something called American Lifestyle TV. And so, I don't know, Josh, if you want to speak a little bit about what we learned and what we went through on the journey. If we got a host, we kind of, tried some things, changed it up a lot. If you look at AlTV's first episodes to now, that's changed. But that really transitioned us, got us into video. And then I'll talk to you guys a little bit about what we did next to get us into video. Tell us a little bit about AlTV, though, Josh, and how we got into that.
Yeah, about 2014, we were thinking about video for a long time, and we just had an opportunity to work with a producer and a current real estate agent, actually a former television celebrity.
Soap opera
star, yeah. And it was awesome timing in terms of they kind of contacted me about another idea, being able to do like home tours and different kinds of videos around the country. And I kind of probed a little bit deeper, and we started playing out this idea of, could we go and do video features on the articles that we're featuring in the magazine as a way to give our customers one more thing to kind of share with their client base. We were getting a lot of requests for digital content. We sent out surveys kind of looking at what people wanted to get next. Did they want postcards? Did they want calendars? Did they want video? And video got a lot of really positive responses. Obviously, looking at the trend of where video was going at the time, it's gotten there now,
right?
Where it is so ubiquitous on things like Facebook and YouTube. Everyone has those apps, checking them daily. So we went ahead and just started working with them and began putting together some editorial style videos, some really long ones.
Note to everybody
watching
watching this and listening to this, go to YouTube and watch some of the first AlTV
one, yeah.
because it will give you the inspiration to go, man, if these guys could have done that in the beginning.
It's you have to start, right? You have
Correct.
to start somewhere. And so it wasn't perfect. It wasn't the greatest thing in the world, but we knew we had to start somewhere. And I think with what we were able to accomplish, people loved it. I mean, people responded really, really, really well.
Correct. And I think what's interesting is, and why I wanted to mention this, because we talked little bit before we came on the podcast, that our first intro into video was actually product creation, which a lot of times maybe you don't have a product you can sell. But I think for like the realtors listening to this, is that this is a great way for you to get in. Think of your product as your listing. And so you can dive into video if you're not doing listing videos right now, even just if it's on your phone. And we'll talk about our transition into live, like Facebook Live and stuff like that, because that's been kind of the last thing we've done. But
well, if you have an iPhone, you can open up iMovie, you can say start new project, you can click add clip, and just start touring a house. You can stop the clip and go into another room. It'll do all the transitions, it'll do all the editing for you. You throw in some background music, you have a video now that you can upload to YouTube or Facebook or any other site.
Correct. And so, I mean, that's the main point, is that one of the easiest ways to get into video is doing your product, like literally doing a video on your product or creating a product that you can do a video on. And if you don't really sell like a tangible product, maybe it's a service like you're an insurance agent or something like that, you can do a video walking people through that service and what you're offering and what the features and benefits are, and how much it costs. You can walk them through it. And we transitioned. We went from product videos, so we created this new product called AlTV, and then we went into testimonial videos. And I read a stat, and I forget what it is, but it was that testimonial videos are converting the highest for people through video marketing, is using user stories or testimonials. And that's where we went into. And Sefton, I know you've been a little bit of a part of the testimonial videos that we've done here. What are some tips we can give to our listeners of what we've learned in doing, testimonial videos, and how do you interview somebody? How do you get a testimonial? Is there stuff we can share with them of what we've learned? Because now we have, dozens of testimonial videos on our site.
Yeah, one thing that I would advise anybody who's going to record a testimonial video to do is to literally write out a dialogue between yourself and the person you're doing the testimonial with, as in you want to know exactly what you want them to say before you ask the questions, because people, when they get on camera, they change, and we've seen it time and time again here. Somebody who's especially outgoing, especially gregarious, you throw them in front of a camera and suddenly they kind of clam
up.
They freeze. And it's natural. It's like public speaking. You can have somebody who's super great at a cocktail party, but you put them on stage and suddenly they don't know what to say.
Right.
And you want to know the exact answers that you want to try to get out of the person you're interviewing. So my thing is to just sit down, write out the questions, and write out the answers, so that when you're speaking to them, because you'll be able to edit, you can ask them the question again and again. You can reiterate it. You can reword it. And you always want to try to get the most tangible information about their experience. So when
do we
interview
send them
people,
the questions beforehand so
we
they
do.
can look at it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we even, in some cases, have them answer the questions back. So we'll send them the questions. They'll send us their answers. And then we'll have a workshop with them where we'll actually talk about it. And then we go on to actually film them. So that ensures, because we invest a relatively large amount of money in terms of travel and all that stuff.
Right.
If you're just doing it on your phone, obviously it can be a little bit more casual. But at the same time, I think anytime you go into an interview, you always want to have a good idea of the answers you want to get before you ask them.
And just a point I'll make, I'm working with a realtor right now, and you guys know I'm Brian Quigley, but we're setting up at a Wegmans. He's renting which is a grocery store in our area. He's renting a room there, and he's inviting 3 or 4 of his people, giving them lunch at this place, and we're going to film testimonial videos. So just, obviously setting it up to get them all done at one time. Cost effective, baby.
Yeah, knock them out if you can.
So any other tips? So obviously, set out your dialogue beforehand. Send it to the people actually beforehand. Would you guys say that interview style is better for testimonial videos versus, actually getting them to just get on and give their 30-second spiel?
I don't think that there's a better.
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of what's your style? What's the style of the people that you're interviewing? If you are interviewing someone, make sure you're asking them the questions off camera. Have them kind of look at you, not at the camera lens. if you're doing kind of the selfie style and you want to do webcams, give them just some general guidelines of how you want that to kind of be shot and how long you want it to be, maybe what you want them to touch on if you've spoken to them about their experience. Make sure that you're giving them the bullet points that are true, but also are important to your business, what those value adds are.
And also ask them to reiterate the question, which is a strange tip, but it's like if I ask you, what's your favorite cookie? And you say Oreo. All we're going to get is Oreo, but you have to say my favorite cookie is Oreo. I know that's a strange example, but oftentimes people get these hanging answers and you go to edit it and you can't do anything with it unless you want to flash a super up at the bottom of the screen. But it always is better to get them to reiterate the question and say a full sentence.
No, I love it. Then that's a great tip because I think, this goes back to the first point we made. What keeps people from doing things like this is because they feel they don't know how and they feel
it has to be perfect.
Right. They feel they don't know how to go about it. It has to be perfect. So then from our transition, we did testimonial
Done is better
videos.
than perfect.
Yeah.
No paralysis through analysis.
Yeah, paralysis through analysis. Tagline that. Hashtag that, man. But, we did testimonial videos. So we created a product, AlTV. Then we got into testimonial videos because that was,
well, it was a way to subsidize the cost of AlTV, right? We weren't making any money off it.
Oh, that's a great point. I forgot about that. Yeah.
I had to go to the owners of the company and say, hey, these are really great, but how are we going to start making money off it?
Yes.
Let's do some testimonial videos while we're out there. Now we're at the point where we've got our digital edition. All of our video is coming through on that. We've got video on social media. It's gone from where we were hiring an outside team to work with us to where now we have a team of 4 incredible video producers and editors and film crew that really can do all of it. And we're producing multiple videos daily now in our own studio here in-house.
So think about that as we started with our product and then testimonials. We have not been on camera yet. We still have not gotten brave enough, in a way. I mean, maybe brave's not the right word, but we haven't gotten brave enough to get on camera even ourselves. And think about this, guys. We're a multi-million-dollar company, and we're suffering from the same paralysis by analysis that you're probably suffering from. And finally, we started making the leap into getting on camera, and we did it in an easier way, which I've kind of already mentioned for like insurance agents, financial advisors, but it's really kind of the how-to and the training, the educational videos of your products, because that's what you know best. So for us, we could do how-tos or training videos on our American Lifestyle magazine, on our digital edition, on our social shares, and so we could teach people, and that got us comfortable kind of getting on film. And, first, I guess I should even take a step back because we did internal training videos. Even before we did external training videos, we did internal training videos for our sales team. And one of the things that I learned from doing these training videos is that I don't like, and I don't think the industry really likes out there, and people like long videos anymore. They don't want to watch, to get to the point, a 10-minute 15-minute video. Now, we're going to talk maybe a little bit about how YouTube favors longer videos, so you have to keep that in mind from when you're doing videos. But so we learned, with our sales training videos, that we originally came out and did these long videos, and we got the feedback from our salespeople that they weren't watching them, they didn't enjoy them just because they were too long. And so we have really tried to take our videos and really make them short and sweet. And I did have a stat here that I saw that basically, majority of people only watch the first 10 seconds of your video. And so the first 10 seconds has to intrigue them enough to catch them, to get them to listen. And so with our Above the Noise, which led us from our product-based videos to actually doing thought leadership and coaching videos, we literally now do our intro. We kind of come out of the box. If you remember from the beginning, if you watch some of the original episodes, I was just introducing myself really energetically. But now we've come to really where we're trying to state the question that people have and saying, hey, we're going to give you the answer on this question, whether it's landing pages, whether it's phone calls.
Go back and watch your own stuff. So what we started doing was we started just opening up every video. Actually, on the webpage, we were testing them and just going through it. Every single one was, hey, I'm Luke Acree, welcome to Above the... And every single one started the same way. So, if there's not that hook, you're losing people's interest right there. Everyone's coming for with them, right? What's in it for me? What am I going to get for this? Am I going to get entertainment? Am I going to get information that I can use for my business? Am I going to get a value or service that you're providing me? So make sure that you're leading with that. Don't bury the lead, as they would say in journalism when writing for the newspaper. Put that thing right up front. Make that opening statement your headline.
Yep, it's what we talked about with the landing pages, right? In your website is you got to have that kind of tagline or headline, I guess I should say, something that brings them in. It's the same for your sales pitch, you got to have that bold claim, that power statement. And with your video, it's no different, except you got to speak to the intriguing piece that they're going to learn, something that's going to intrigue them and bring them into the conversation. Let's, I guess, talk a little bit about what we've learned with our YouTube videos, because this is where we're spending a ton of time, is really creating these, we're calling it Above the Noise. It's our coaching series. So we do product toolkit versions where we teach you on our product, but then we do more industry style ones where you're learning about marketing, you're learning about sales. And we've really struggled with the Above the Noise. We've gone through so many revisions, and I know Sefton just cringes when I go through every revision of Above the Noise, because one of the things I'm passionate about is I want to give really high quality content, something that actually is applicable to people. And I think one of the things that we have found is that, what really matters is our titles, as you would say. And what we use with our titles, we've gone through trying to be super specific, trying to be clickbait. Can you guys speak a little bit about what we've learned or some tips that we could give to people on our YouTube when it comes to the titles, the SEO, how long they should be, what we're seeing in our own videos?
Well, one thing that we always need to be conscious of when we're naming a video is we do have to operate in the attention economy. So we have to absolutely do something that's going to engage, but at the same time, it's a fine line between writing a nice scintillating title and lying to the person. And I'm sure everybody has done this, or they've clicked on a video where it says they make some outrageous claim.
You won't believe number 5.
Yeah, you won't believe number 5. Or
I believe it.
This housewife makes $1 million sitting at home. And it's like, if you get their attention, if somebody does click on that and you lie to them or you deceive them or you got their attention by fibbing or making some outrageous claim, you lose them forever. They'll never
you lose
trust
the trust.
you. You've lost the trust of the person. So it's about making a bold statement, but also leading with the value that's contained in the video itself.
And make sure you want to design your YouTube videos and titles the same way you would design any piece of visual communication, right? You want to use your thumbnail. Don't just grab a random screenshot from your video unless you have a super awesome random screenshot that pops up when you upload your YouTube video.
Sometimes that happens.
Create a custom thumbnail that gives the viewer, or the browser, I should say, more information. You all use YouTube. You're always looking. The thumbnail now is bigger than ever. It's something that YouTube utilizes to get additional interest in their videos. So make sure that you're putting either additional information in that thumbnail that's different from your title. And then whenever you're actually uploading your videos and setting everything, use tags. Use as many tags as they'll let you to use, because that's going to help you show up when people are searching for other content. It's going to help with your SEO, and it's going to help people find you better rather than you having to do all the heavy lifting by driving the traffic to your page.
No, I think that's a great point. And I think, one of the things that I've learned the most when watching, because once you start doing coaching videos, training videos, all these things, you start watching tons of people and see what they do and what engages you.
Yeah.
And, your tagline or your headline, really, I guess, in the title that you're using, when it gets to your video, I think one of the key points that I've seen that people want is they just want authenticity.
Yes.
They want you to be authentic and real in who you are and what you're saying. And it's amazing how you can tell when someone is not authentic, is not real. And it's such a difficult thing, because when you get in front of that camera, you freeze up like we talked about, and you're just trying to get through it. And so you lose that authenticity. And so people have asked me the question before, hey, do you do those in one take? Are you able to get it out? And the truth is no, usually not. I have my good days where I get it in one take and then I walk out of there like a boss, like drop the mic. Yeah. Just did that. It's gold. But most of the time we're shooting it, even when we got, like yesterday, we shot one, right?
And I think it took about 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, we shot it and said that would work, but I just didn't feel the greatest about it. Like, it just didn't feel the greatest. So we did it again and again and again. And that's a great thing about video, is that, hey, you don't have to settle.
Yeah.
You can, and Ty Lopez makes a great point, is that when you put a video out, you can delete it.
Yeah.
And yes, of course it lives on the, web
if you're too
forever.
famous, someone will save it.
Yeah, someone will find it.
If
but
you get to that point.
But the truth is, you can be testing and putting things out, but the key is authenticity. And so your headlines and stuff, when they go to your video, you got to match that up, that authenticity.
And another thing for your YouTube channel, like since we're talking about YouTube, is make sure to put an intro video up there. So when people hit your YouTube channel page that includes all of your playlist and videos, make sure that that intro video auto plays and tells people exactly what they're going to get by subscribing to your channel. Ultimately, that is the promised land for YouTube, is getting subscribers, because then you'll be able to push notifications.
Yeah, you get
to
the
people.
notifications.
Yeah.
Interesting is that we started out, this is a good point to make, we started out not putting at the end of our videos, hey, be sure to subscribe, check us out on Facebook and Instagram. So that's something that you want to make sure you put in all your videos. Give them that call to action, what you want them to do, encourage them to engage. The point of social media, whether it be YouTube, showing your videos on Facebook, is you want to have engagement, you want to have likes, you want to have comments, and you want to engage back and forth.
And you can also have a subscribe button that pops up into the video at the end that'll allow them to, with 1 or 2 clicks, to subscribe right there.
Yeah, so what's interesting, this kind of leads to our final point of video, where we're at today, which is, I talk about the authenticity, but our most popular videos, besides our product video, because we're driving millions, of people there through emails and stuff like that. But for us, has been our live videos, and so
which is funny. The iteration, we went from hiring a professional actress to host the show to doing testimonials. It's like we've worked backwards to a point where we're literally just using that front-facing camera to just film ourselves.
Raw?
Yeah,
how can we get more raw?
But think about that. Think about that for you as you guys are listening to this. Our most popular videos are not our produced videos.
No,
are not our 1,000. How expensive are our cameras? $1,000, $2,000? I mean, you don't need. Yeah, maybe more than that. I don't want to mention it, but the point being is that you don't even need You do if you're trying to produce really high quality stuff.
Yeah, when we're featuring other brands and we're doing editorial style videos, I mean, we're getting 80,000, 100,000 views on those. That's where we've got our $1,000 cameras and equipment and everything else that we're traveling with. But yeah, you're right. Then you're going live, and so then the question becomes, even in our live videos, like we've tried to do a lot of behind the scenes, because we think, what we've learned and what we've seen is people want to know that we're people, right? The people that we work with, and the same with you, same with a business professional, even more so, because you are kind of the product. But as you are doing more of those videos, like we've noticed that the more movement we can get, if we can take people to other areas of our office, if we can do something fun that interacts with more people, because you're trying to keep them locked into the video, you're trying to keep them engaged. If you're going live, you want to stay on as long as possible. Number one, because Facebook likes that, because Facebook wants people to stay on their platform. But number two, it gives people opportunity to come in and check things out. So,
well, you made an interesting point the other day with our live videos, that we're finding our live videos that just are us sitting there or keeping still, actually get less viewership and less engagement than the ones we're moving around.
Almost a 200% increase if you look at videos where we're not moving versus videos where we're moving.
So think about that in your own business. Realtor, move through the house with the listing, right? Talk, and you want movement. I guess it just keeps people engaged. I mean, it's kind of logical. It's a dumb moment. Of course, if there's constant movement, their eyes are going to be going everywhere, and they're going to keep intrigued and engaged. But that's just an interesting point. And then also, our most popular live videos are not just one person. Our most popular live videos usually result in, we're talking and we're moving around and doing with a lot of people. And then we do some type of engagement, like what was it, Halloween, when people dressed up?
Halloween, our creative team dressed up in pun costumes. Yes. So people were actually kind of guessing along with if they could guess the pun. So anything you can do interactive that is fun for people. You see a pun, you guess it right, you get that little dopamine rush. It's just thinking of those kind of things that you can do for your clients as well.
Yeah, so I mean, if you can think of any type of competition that you could get them doing when it comes to your business, anything that would drive engagement, drive comments. The first person I see on YouTube all the time, because I follow, whether it's musicians, workout people and stuff, they'll have like a secret word. And they put at the end of their video, put this secret word in the comments, and it's basically a way for them to get engagement, and then they reward it and stuff like that. So anything you can do there. So that basically ends our journey. Right now, I mean, that's what we've done. We've done a product-based video. We've done testimonial videos. Now we're doing training videos, and then finally we're doing live videos, and we're trying to be consistent, because I think in marketing, consistency is key. And I think what happens to people is if you go live one time, it's going to be awkward. You're not going to be good at it. Your people that on social media are not used to seeing you.
We have forced ourselves to do it weekly.
Correct.
We cannot do it less than weekly. And then this week, I think we're going live twice. So we're trying to more and more, but we have made it a commitment that we would not go less than a week.
And what will happen is your audience will start becoming accustomed to seeing that, and they'll start believing it even more. As terrible as that sounds, but I mean, if you do something over and over again and you show consistency, you start building that trust, because you start just becoming a staple in their mind when it comes to X or whatever you're actually presenting to them.
Yeah, I don't know the exact stat, and I know we're wrapping up, but I know that there is a stat that people that post daily on YouTube, their viewership, their subscriber base is significantly higher than those that are posting less consistently. So it's the same thing with any sort of media delivery. Make sure it's consistent. Make sure your people know what the schedule is.
Yeah, and at the end of the day with marketing, it is all about that consistency, and it's all about just taking action in your business.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We hope this left you inspired and empowered to turn on that front-facing camera and start posting your lovely faces across the web in an effort to drive some more business. If you like this little podcast we call our own, please give us a 5-star review and a positive comment. It helps us to continue producing amazing content. My name is Sefton Eisenhart. Thanks, as always, to Josh Stike.
Hey, guys. My name's Luke Acree, and I'm going to close with this. Take action by doing a Facebook Live this week. Do a Facebook Live. If you've never done one, go live, in whether it's explaining your product at one of your open houses if you're a realtor, but go live this week. Take action, because what separates a top producer from a mediocre producer is top producers take action.